When I turned 9, I stopped speaking. My mother didn't really mind at first. It gave her a little peace and quiet. We developed our own little silent language. A look here, a nod there. She understood. How to write a poem about sexual assault or rape. It's not easy, but someone has to do it. The National Sexual Assault and Violence Resource Center states that 1 in 5 women will experience a rape or attempted rape in their lifetime. While this occurrence is all too common, the reaction to that assault is not. Some will lash out, some will seek help, while others will close off and bury it deep within themselves. All of these women need to know that they are not alone, that they are not to blame, and they can move forward. A program on telling our story to reclaim our lives. On Silence by Nora Cooper, Anatomy of a Rape Kit by DSM, My Story by Anita Long, and How to Write a Poem About Sexual Assault. Silent Rage, a program. Now, that's not to say my mother didn't try. She tried, but she didn't push. When you push things, they can break. One day, she tried another tactic. She rewarded my silence. An American Girl doll. That would get me to talk. I had been begging for one for years. I thanked my mother with a hug, but the kind of hug you can only give your mom. What do you want to name her? She waited. She hoped. What's in a name anyway? I am the rape kit, just a box. I hold no answers, only instructions. There are many steps, and none can proceed without your permission. Do you consent? I thought the hard part was over. I told my parents, my therapists, and the police. Then as I sat and ate my Lucky Charms one morning, my dad changed the channel on the radio in the kitchen. He needed to hear the news, not Kelly Clarkson. Then the news came on. Accusations at a local rec center. Victims have come forward. A suspect has been arrested. This was no longer my secret. Now the world knew. Rape means a woman gives up everything she has. She didn't ask for it. It has nothing to do with how she said no, or stop, or I've changed my mind, or please. When my mother started to get calls from the school, she had to say something. I started going to a counselor twice a week. Her name was Penelope. She said I could bring my American Girl doll, Emily, so I wouldn't have to be alone. Emily didn't like to talk either. Penelope understood my silence, but she also knew that my silence spoke volumes. She talked and I listened. We did puzzles, we played games. And then one day, the bubble burst. Uno. When I said it, I thought she was going to cry. Come in the same clothes you were raped in. You'll be asked the following. What were you drinking? What were you wearing? Did you deserve this? When the news came on that morning, you want to know what song was playing? Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. Just before my story became public, Kelly Clarkson was telling me, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You can't make this stuff up. It's what everyone tells you, but it's not what I wanted to hear. Not what I needed to hear. Your clothes must be collected. By now you should be used to things being taken from you. At least this time someone asked. Then Emily and I began to talk, and Penelope listened. My mom had this boyfriend, and he would peek through my door late at night, which would be open the tiniest bit. The light from the hall intended to keep the monsters away, but he slithered in anyway. He brought in the darkness. His voice was soft, like his touch, but it felt anything but. And he begged for my silence. In my head, I screamed. In the darkness, I did not. In all, there were 14 girls who came forward. The youngest was 6. 6. All of our stories had a common thread of pain, lies, theft. He stole something from all of us. Something we would never get back. I can barely remember the trial, conviction, sentence, prison. But his guilt couldn't change my past. The nurse will scrape his filth from underneath your fingernails. Show her how much fight you had. $3.6 million American girls are assaulted every year. Most American girls do not report the attack. They remain silent. And across the country, the silence is deafening.